Okay, just checking to see if the sound actually works. It seems to work. Hey, me. So I have no clue how this works. For some reason, the game capture is like all the way over there. I have no clue why it's so small. There we go, got everything open now. Gonna see if it gets bigger or if it stays this format. If it stays this format, I'm gonna have to come up with something. Also, notice that something isn't on at the moment. Quickly fixing that. Well, picking up a cat. So just a second. Yeah, it does look a little bit weird like this. So if it stays this format, I'm just moving it to the middle. I have no clue yet. I haven't tried this yet. It was only a few euros, so I kind of just decided like, hey, what's the worst thing that can happen? So it shouldn't be that bad. There we go. So let's see how this goes. Ah, okay.
Looks like the power's on, but...
You can't see it.
Initiate
This is kind
system
of annoying.
calibration. Doesn't look like I've got many options. Connect to Star Portal 404. Right, let's not bother with specifics. Relay emergency broadcast on all available frequencies. So that should be enough to get my distress call out. Time to get your wings on.
It doesn't seem to actually show the
Right.
game itself.
Looks like we're good to go. This is an emergency distress call, broadcasting from the planet Gaia. If you're receiving this, please respond immediately. Okay. Now to see if anyone picks
Just
up
a
the
second.
signal.
Okay, some minor technical difficulties while I'm trying to fix this, because apparently there we go. just gonna restart this, see if this helps. See, now it does show the thing again.
Looks like the power's on, but... Initiate system calibration. Doesn't look like I've got many options. Connect to Star Portal 404. Right, let's not bother with specifics. Relay emergency broadcast on all available frequencies. So that should be enough to get my
Okay, this is annoying. I can't get it to work the way I want it to. So I am gonna try it a little bit different. Okay, this looks really weird. Let's see if this is gonna fix it though. It seems not to.
Looks like the power's on, but... Initiate system calibration. Doesn't look like I've got many options. Connect to Star Portal 404. Right,
Can you
let's
hear it?
not bother with specifics. Relay emergency broadcast on all available frequencies. So that should be enough to get my distress call out. Time to get your wings on.
Okay, there we go.
Looks like we're good to go.
Had to change it a bit.
This is an emergency distress call, broadcasting from the planet Gaia. If you're receiving this, please respond immediately. Okay. Now to see if anyone picks up the signal.
Okay, so it says click to reply. I see a microphone button, so I'm guessing this should be working with voice. I'm just gonna try it because I haven't tried this yet. Hey, can you hear me? Um, can you confirm whether you can hear me or not?
Yes, I can hear you. Thank goodness someone's out there. I'm Stella. Who am I talking to?
Okay, so it only replies when I actually press the button reply. So this is kind of cool. Yeah, it would be weird for streaming if it didn't do this. So, yeah. So what should I reply? She was asking what who she is talking to. Let's be creative. Oh God. You are talking to the one and only Lord Discipio, ruler of Discipiotopia.
Okay, Lord Discipio. That's quite a title. Not exactly what I expected to hear from someone picking up a distress call. So, how exactly did you manage to receive my signal all the way from wherever you are?
Well, I was just like relaxing, and suddenly, all of a sudden, I got this pop-up saying that I was getting a message. I was getting bored anyway, and my cats decided to answer by accident while I was playing with them.
Hmm. Well, I guess that's one way to stumble into being a hero. Not exactly the most conventional story, but I'll take it. So, since you're here now, I should probably fill you in on my situation. I'm currently stuck inside a life pod that landed a bit harder than planned on Gaia.
Any better now? And where is that? That's not on Earth, I'm guessing.
No, it's definitely not Earth. Gaia's a planet way out there, part of a research program I'm in. We were studying some cosmic stuff when things went sideways. Honestly, I'm not even sure where on Gaia I ended up. The landing was rough. The pod's pretty banged up.
Do you happen to see a cheesecake store anywhere nearby? We all love cheesecake. You love cheesecake, don't you? Hey, Stouter Chip.
Uh, a cheesecake store? I'm not seeing anything like that out there. It's mostly just grasslands and hills from what I can see through the window. And honestly, cheesecake isn't really on my mind right now. I'm kind of stuck in this pod, and I need to figure out how to get out of here.
Okay, so if there's no cheesecake, is there any fly? It's some kind of cake. One of my friends is really into it. Um, and otherwise, maybe just some regular cake.
I'm not sure what kind of cake you're talking about, but I really need to focus on getting out of this pod. The situation's getting serious. Can we talk about how I might actually escape from here? I could really use your help figuring this out.
Have you tried turning it off and on again? Maybe that works. Always works with computers.
Wish it were that simple. The pod systems are damaged from the impact, and it's not just about rebooting a computer. The main exit door is physically stuck. I've tried the emergency release, but it won't budge. There might be something mechanical or structural blocking it.
Have you tried body slamming it?
Body slamming it? I'm not sure that's the best idea. The pod's pretty sturdy, and I don't want to risk making things worse or hurting myself. There's got to be a more controlled way to get this door open. Maybe we can look at the mechanical parts or see if there's another way out.
Do you have anything in the pod? Something like a weapon, some tools, maybe some explosives, maybe a Klingon? Anything.
Explosives? A Klingon? I think you might be mixing up my situation with a sci-fi movie. But yes, I do have some basic tools with me. A pistol grip drill and a small repair kit. There's also some spare parts and wires. Not much, but it's something to work with.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna help. Um, so which options have you already tried, and which options didn't do anything? Like, is there anything you have done that has been entirely useless? Besides calling me, of course, because that's been useless so far.
I appreciate your help, even if it feels like we're not making progress yet. Calling you was actually one of the smarter things I've done since landing. As for what I've tried, the emergency exit mechanism didn't work, and I haven't messed with the drill or tools yet. I'm trying to think through my options carefully before I start tinkering.
There should be some wires on the left, and if you short circuit those, you might actually trigger the emergency release for the door. Could you try that? I have no clue what I'm talking about. I'm just saying random shit.
Let me check that out. Hold on a second.
No, she disappeared. She's going to die off screen. She is so going to die. Oh, she's back.
Okay, I'm back. There are some wires, but I'm not seeing any obvious connections to the emergency release. Some of them are pretty tangled up from the crash. I could try to untangle them, but I'm not sure which ones to touch or how they're connected to the door mechanism. Any thoughts on how to approach this safely?
There is sadly no safe way. The best way is to cut the blue and the green wire and connect those. You'll get a small shock, but the door will open. Um, Worst case scenario, you'll be knocked out for like 5 minutes tops. If you have a pacemaker, you will instantly die. Um, but yeah, good luck.
I... I don't think that's a good idea. I don't have a pacemaker, but I'm definitely not looking to get shocked or knocked out right now. And what if it does more damage to the pod's systems? Is there anything else we could try that's a bit less risky? Maybe something with the tools I have that doesn't involve live wiring?
Okay, so which other tools did you have? You said you have a drill, and what else do you have?
Besides the drill, I've got a set of precision screwdrivers, some wire cutters, pliers, electrical tape, and a few spare screws and bolts. It's basic stuff, but it might help us figure something out if we use it the right way. What do you think we should try first with these tools?
Okay, good question. Hmm. Yeah, but that's just a hole in the glass. Like, that's not gonna do anything. I can make something up. Maybe if you drill a hole in the glass of the emergency door, the pressure change might actually trigger the emergency release.
That's actually not a bad idea. The pressure difference might just be enough to pop the seal. Alright, I'm going to give it a shot. Thanks for sticking with me through this. I really hope it works.
Okay. No clue what's gonna happen now. Waiting for Stella's reply. So, either she escaped and she's safe, or she just died. Nice, nice. Oh, she's calling again.
I. I'm alive! I honestly thought I was done for.
Okay, now the chat isn't coming
This.
forward again. Just a second.
This is Gaia. It is so surreal that I am standing here. This is wild. No. The others. There. There was this solar storm, and it was just so much worse than we expected.
There we go. Okay, so this is a little bit difficult to keep on streaming because of the window closing and opening. So basically, she just got out. I have no clue what she said because I was trying to fix this. Is there a better way to get this to work? Thank you, Quinlist. So, how does it smell outside? How does it feel? Is it warm? Is it chilly? How's the wind? Do you see anything that can help you? Um, Wait, is that a bear in the background? Is that a giant bear?
It smells kind of earthy, like dry grass and wildflowers. The air's fresh, not too hot or cold. It's about 75 degrees out here, according to my suit readings. And the wind? It's just a gentle breeze rustling through the grass.
I love how she just
Not
follows the
scary at
entire
all.
line.
As for a bear, just some small rocks and bushes back there. No giant bears lurking, I promise. But hey, I do see some mountains in the distance. They look pretty far off, though. What about you? What's your day looking like where you are?
It's evening here. I just had some dinner, a small nap. I have two cats that are being hungry. It's kind of okay here. Um, do you see anything that might indicate signs of life? Smoke, satellites, a pizza joint.
A pizza joint would be amazing right now, but nope, just nature out here. No smoke, no satellites in sight, just these hills and that mountain range way off. As for other signs of life, I haven't seen anything moving yet. Just the wind in the grass. It's pretty quiet. You know, it's kind of strange being completely alone like this. Have you ever felt totally lost or helpless before? I'm not really sure what my next step should be.
Well, the next step would be to find a way to contact a nearby spaceship, which is kind of weird because the closest spaceship that we ever had was like in the solar system. But you could always go to the mountains with the emergency transmission set and see if you can get any signs. And about the entire feeling lost, no, but I do love the TV show though.
The mountains are a good idea. My emergency transmitter's already set up, so I just need to figure out the best spot. Though I'm really hoping to pick up something for my own crew first. TV shows about being lost are one thing, but actually living it, it's a whole different level of overwhelming. Even with all my training, it's hard not to feel a little uncertain right now.
Well, we should go and put down your transmitter then. Um, But yeah, it should all be fine. Once you get a signal out of there, out there into the vast unknown, there should be a spaceship coming to help you. It will be easy. You'll be gone there in no time. Worst thing that might happen is that goblins might try to eat your face.
Thanks for the vote of confidence. Though I'm really hoping it's more like a rescue ship than goblins out here. As for moving the transmitter, I think it's portable enough that I can just carry it with me wherever I go. The mountains are still a good idea, though. Maybe the higher ground will help the signal cut through any interference. By the way, I don't think I caught your name earlier. What should I call you?
You did catch my name. I'm Lord Discipio. You can call me Your Majesty, my Lord, Cheesecake, Aficionado, something like that. No, I'm not gonna let her call me Daddy.
Your Majesty it is, then. Though I
Boom!
might slip up and just call you Lord Discipio. Old habits die hard, right? So, what were you up to when my call came through? Anything exciting, or just the usual evening routine with your cats?
Well, my cats and I were in a war council. We are openly discussing conquering most of Europe. We want to make it into one giant theme park based around cheesecake.
That sounds like a pretty sweet plan. Though I'm not sure Europe's ready for a cheesecake takeover just yet. I have to ask, what kind of cheesecake would be the star of the show? I'm a big fan of strawberry myself.
So, what kind of cheesecake, people? What kind of cheesecake should we respond with? She already said strawberry. Would be kind of boring to. Okay, okay. Yeah, we all love strawberry cheesecake. It's actually the national dish of my small little country at the moment. Every sixth week of the year, so the sixth week of the year, we eat cheesecake, strawberry cheesecake, and around Christmas, everybody has to wear a strawberry cheesecake hat.
That's quite the tradition. Strawberry cheesecake hats for Christmas? I'd love to see those. Do they come in different flavors too, or is it strictly strawberry? So, if you were designing your own cheesecake theme park, what would be the first attraction? A cheesecake castle, maybe, or a roller coaster shaped like a giant strawberry.
Okay, guys, what kind of attraction would we make based upon cheesecake? A spinning cheesecake. Okay. Hmm. A, a roller coaster or water slide doesn't really seem to fit. The first thing we would make is a build a slice workshop where you can make your own cheesecake. Besides that, we'll have a cheesecake based roller coaster where all the carts are shaped like a cheesecake. And we'll have a magic cheesecake mountain climb where you can climb a giant fake cheesecake, and the winner gets a cheesecake. Okay, so the timer is a bit
Oh,
short.
that sounds like a dream come true. A build year round cheesecake workshop? I'd be there in a heartbeat. And a cheesecake shaped roller coaster? Genius!
How are we helping her
Though,
escape
I
at this
have to
point?
wonder, would the Magic Cheesecake Mountain
Look, she's dancing.
be, like, ridiculously hard to climb? Or more of a fun, easy challenge?
Well, there would be like several levels, like beginners where anyone can compete, or like more advanced. And yeah, I think that would be great. We could also invent a cheesecake dance.
A cheesecake dance? Now that's something I need to see. Maybe it involves dramatic spinning with a fork, or a specific move for each flavor. You know, talking about all this, it's really helping me feel a bit better about everything. It's nice to have something fun to focus on for a minute.
Well, I am known for being rather entertaining. So yeah, if you have any weird questions, ask them. I'm sure I would love to answer it. The weirder, the better. Let's see what this is gonna bring.
Okay, weird question incoming. If you could turn any activity into an Olympic sport, but it had to be something completely random, what would you choose? And don't worry, I promise not to judge your answer.
Okay, what would be a nice Olympic sport? Any suggestions? I would go for hamster throwing. We could have the Olympics for hamster throwing. See who can throw a hamster the furthest. The hamster would, of course, be wearing protective gear. And besides that, we could also have the printer smashing event where people have to smash the printer the fastest. Fastest wins.
Hamster towing with protective gear? I'd pay to see that. And
Oh, she
printer
understood.
smashing? I can already imagine the crowd cheering. You know, after being stuck in that pod, it's
Yeah,
kind of wonderful to just talk about
it's an
something
AI.
completely ridiculous for a bit. Feels like a little mental vacation.
Well, have you ever watched the TV show Cold Lost?
Cold?
Oh God.
I don't think I've heard of that one. Is it a survival show or something else entirely? Though, I have to say, being actually lost on an alien planet makes me wonder how realistic some of those shows really are.
Are you a fan of Star Wars or Star Trek?
Oh, I'm more of a Star Wars person myself. There's just something about the adventure in the universe that really draws me in. Though I have to say, being out here on an actual alien planet, it's definitely giving me some Star Wars vibes. Just hoping my story doesn't involve too many stormtroopers.
Um, that sounds like a Rebel scum answer. The Imperium did nothing wrong.
Well, I'm not about to start a galactic debate from my stranded position. But hey, at least we can agree that a good space story is hard to beat. Speaking of which, what kind of sci fi do you usually enjoy? Are you more into the classic space operas or something a bit more experimental?
I'm currently a massive fan of Warhammer 40k. Do you know about that?
I've heard of it, though I've never really dived in. The lore seems incredibly deep. What draws you to that universe? Though I have to ask, are you secretly a space marine on the weekends?
I wish I was a space marine. I'm not fit enough to be one. Um, if you had to pick a space marine chapter, which one would be your space marine chapter?
Hmm, that's a tough one. I think I'd go with the Ultramarines.
Okay,
I like
I
their
hate
whole
her.
by the book approach. They
I
seem
hate
like the
her.
ones who'd actually follow the rules and get things done. Plus, their armor colors are pretty cool. Though I have to say, being a space marine sounds way more physically demanding than anything I'm dealing with right now.
Okay, Ultramarines are boring. Let's be honest, Space Wolves is where it's at.
Space rolls for sure. There's just something about exploring what's out there that feels endless, you know? Though I have to say, right now I'm more about surviving these rules than making them. Maybe when I'm not stuck on an alien planet.
Yeah, I wish this was me. I would get so many more viewers. Welcome to the chat. So, aren't you afraid that some like weird ass alien creature might come by and eat you or infect your brain and take you over? Shouldn't we get moving or something?
Honestly, yeah, that's always in the back of my mind. But right now, wait, hang on. My suit's picking up something, a distress signal. It's faint, but it could be from one of my crew members. I need to track this down. It's coming from that direction, toward the mountains. I'm going to head out and see where it leads.
Okay. Uh, yeah, I'm not. So basically, it's asking if it wants, if you want to use like realistic mode or a fast mode. So I'm just gonna go with fast mode because I'm not gonna be like realistically waiting for her to respawn or something. The distress signal, whoever it is, I hope they're okay. Might be a long walk ahead. Of course, just call me when you can. It will be fine. I can keep you company. Boom, still being called Your Majesty. Thank you, Your Majesty. You're a real lifesaver. I appreciate the vote of confidence. So, since we've got some time, what's something you're looking forward to doing when you're not busy saving stranded astronauts? Well, mostly annoying my friends or my cats. Well, mostly my cats annoy me because they like to sit on my keyboard or do weird shit. But yeah, mostly just game, relax, make some weird jokes. That's basically what I do all day. Cats and keyboards, classic combo. Sounds like they've got their own agenda. So, what kind of games are you into? Anything you're really obsessed with right now? Well, I have been playing Abiotic Vector and a lot of Darktide, sometimes a little bit of Peak. So, yeah, that's basically what I do. The It is really good in understanding what you say, though. Well, it's kind of understandable that you missed some games, considering you're stranded on an alien planet. You must have been in space for ages, and it must have been top secret because no one here knows about you. Oh, it kind of cut off there, apparently. Sure, once you get back to Earth, we can game a bit. It will be fun. Yeah, I have no clue what to say at this point. Damn it. Cheesecake. I actually don't have a snack that I eat while gaming. I tend to just be gaming, and sometimes I'll remember to actually hydrate, which is rare, but it happens. Okay, so if this is fast mode, it's still really slow. Well, it kind of depends on my mood. Sometimes story-rich games, I really love games with story. I used to be a big Mass Effect fan, kind of waiting for the game called Exodus. But besides that, I have like a large library of games. So yeah, kind of depends on my mood. Kind of want the image back, to be honest. Of course, I would be Commander Shepard. No one else would be interesting to be for a day. Though you would be getting shot at a lot if you were him or her, depending on uh, the gender you pick. Kind of depends. If you play Paragon, it's protecting other people. But if you play Renegade, he just does whatever needs to be done to get the job done. So, yeah. Are you getting near the emergency beacon yet? So heading in that direction, the signal's getting a bit stronger, but it's hard to tell exactly how close I am. These hills keep throwing my sense of distance. The only game with gates that is fun would be like a Stargate based game. This AI is pretty clever with what it does, though. Yeah, if you had a Stargate guide now, you'd be home in no time. You do realize that we have one like in my basement guide. Ah, it says guide instead of guide. Well, the original Stargate worked all over the all across the galaxy, so that should work fine. You could always look for Stargate. Oh god, this bot is so making so much small talk. Like, I am not used to just constantly talking about random shit like this, unless it's while I'm gaming. If only I've been scanning these rocks for hours, but no mysterious symbols or ancient artifacts yet, just a lot of grass and hills. Though honestly, if I did find one, I'm not sure. I just to drop me back safely on Earth. The universe has a way of surprising you, guide. Well, yeah, I didn't really expect to be calling with someone on a different planet today. Do you see anything unique and interesting there? Maybe some indigenous life, maybe some developing life, maybe a brain-eating parasite, something. So far, it's been pretty quiet on the life front, just plants, some birds in the distance, nothing that jumped out as dangerous or even really unusual. But hey, if I spot any brain-eating parasites, you'll be the first to know. Though I'm really hoping that particular discovery isn't on my itinerary today. Well, look at it this way. If you find brain-eating parasites, at least you'd be the first one to discover them. They'll be named after you. Long, long, long after they find your corpse and probably lose a few more people to the brain-eating parasite. Oh wow, thanks for that vote of confidence. Stella's Brain Snatchers does have a nice ring to it, but I'll pass on the whole lost to science thing. But seriously, discovering something completely new would be incredible, even if it's not a parasite. Just finding out what makes the place tick would be amazing. Well, maybe you'll find something else that will be named after you. Maybe some ruins, maybe a alien spaceship. Oh, wow, it just broke. It just ended.
Hey, you there? Just wanted to let you know I've walked probably around 3 miles. Found a nice little place to take a rest, so thought I'd update you real quick. So, I have something to confess. It's my fault that the ship went down. I I just got too carried away. I just wanted the best field data possible.
Okay, so what did you do? What did you do to cause this issue? And how is it your fault?
I pushed for us to get closer to the radiation zone than Professor Stenberg initially planned. Thought it'd give us better readings with our quantum amplifier. We were trying to capture this specific solar wind surge. I kept arguing it was worth the risk, but the surge ended up being way stronger than anyone predicted. It's weird. Looking back, I thought I was being careful, weighing all the options, but somehow that still wasn't enough.
You didn't think about the ramifications of the actions you were taking. Ugh, typical science personnel. And this is why no one trusts the science anymore these days. It's always just randomly trying something, quantum this, quantum that. Soon you'll be telling me you're eating quantum food in your quantum bed while watching your quantum TV show. It's always quantum this and quantum that.
Yeah, maybe a little too caught up in the tech for a second there. I know it sounds like I was just throwing buzzwords around, but honestly, this wasn't some careless, oh, let's try this thing. I really thought I was making the right call based on what we knew at the time. It's just, even when you try to be careful, sometimes things still go sideways. And now I'm wondering if there's any kind of balance between being bold and being safe.
Well, a lot of scientific discoveries have been invented or discovered due to people thinking they were safe and not being safe. Just think of Maria Curie. Her discovery didn't really pan out well for her. But how was that professor called again that you just mentioned?
Yeah, Professor Alexander Stenberg. He's our mission leader, super sharp when it comes to cosmic rays. This whole thing, it's really weighing on me. You know, it makes me wonder about karma. Do you believe in that sort of thing? Like, do you think the universe somehow balances out our mistakes?
No, I don't believe in things like karma. A lot of bad people get a lot of good things, and a lot of good people get a lot of bad things. So no, I'm not a big fan of believing in karma, but I am a big fan of cheesecake.
That's fair. It's hard to make sense of how things work out sometimes. Guess it's more about what we do with what happens to us, right? Have you ever felt like you messed something up really badly? How did it turn out for you in the end?
Well, everybody messes up, uh, especially with the saying, "The go to hell is paved with good intentions." You can intend to do the best thing and still, like, yeah, have it turn out badly. So, yeah, I definitely forgot what your question was, and now I'm just gambling. So go me. I forgot what you asked mid sentence.
You're right. Good intentions don't always guarantee good outcomes. It's just, this feels different. The weight of it, knowing people's lives were directly affected by my decision. I keep replaying it in my head, wondering if there was something else I could have done. It's hard not to feel like I'm carrying this responsibility alone.
Well, I've had a similar case recently where I did something with the best of intentions and it kind of fucked me over. So I know how you feel.
That sounds really tough. What happened? If you're comfortable sharing, I'd actually like to hear about it.
I would rather talk about your situation. How far away from the emergency beacon are you?
My drone says about 8 miles still. The terrain's been pretty rough, though. These rocks and hills are really slowing me down. It's just, the closer I get, the more I'm thinking about what I might find. Or who. And whether they'll even want to see me.
Well, the best thing you can do right now is stand up and do a little dance to make yourself feel a bit more energetic, a bit more happy. I wonder if she's gonna do this.
A dance, huh? I appreciate the thought, but I don't think I'm really in the mood for that right now. My mind's still pretty stuck on everything that's happened. Though I do wonder, if you were in my shoes, how would you handle knowing you'd made a mistake that could have such serious consequences? Would you be able to forgive yourself?
Hey, Toasty, how are you? Welcome to the chat. If I were in your shoes, we'd have a massive issue. For example, you seem like you have smaller feet than I do, so my feet would be hurting massively. I would be in pain if I was in your shoes.
Oh, burn! I guess I should have checked the shoe size before offering you a hypothetical footwear swap. But seriously, even with comfy shoes, I think the real ache would still be in my head, you know? The guilt's what's really wearing me down.
Well, feeling guilty won't save you, so it's best to think about such things after you got off this planet. So maybe focus on your objective. By the way, how is your drone called? Did you give him a name? I tend to call my things either Pedro or Bartholomew. So what is your drone's name?
Honestly, I haven't really named it. It's just the drone to me. I guess I've been too stressed to think about giving it a personality. You're right about focusing on the objective, though. It's hard not to get caught up in thoughts about what's already happened, but I need to keep moving forward. Finding the others has to be my priority.
Well, first step to get forward, to go forward, is to name your drone. If you don't name it, how can you call it by its name? How can you be like, hey, drone, come back? It's important to name it. Give it a name. Think about it. Exactly, drone lives matter. Like,
I guess I never thought about it that way. It's always just been drone in my head. Let me think for a second. How about Nova? It feels kind of fitting, given all the cosmic stuff we're dealing with here.
one of my cats is actually called Nova, so that's a nice coincidence. That is really interesting that you picked that name.
That's actually kind of amazing. I feel like there's a little connection there now. It makes me think. Maybe these little coincidences are what help us find our way, even when we're lost. Do you think that's cheesy? Or is there something to it?
There's definitely something to it, but even if there is something to it, it can still be cheesy. Talking about cheesy, cheesecake. Cheesecake is cheesy.
Lord Discipio, I think you've officially earned your title as Cheesecake Philosopher of the Galaxy. But hey, if Nova the drone and Nova the cat are both on the same cosmic wavelength, maybe we're onto something here.
I so hope your drone isn't meowing at you and randomly stepping on your keyboard, though.
Nope, just my goofy human brain coming up with this stuff. Though if a cat did start typing, that'd be some next level quantum weirdness right there. You know, it's strange. Even with all this joking around, I still can't shake off the feeling that I've let everyone down. Have you ever had to live with a decision that just didn't turn out how you hoped?
Nice try, FBI. I am not telling you my secrets just yet. Maybe if you admit working for a secret agency, I might tell you my secrets. Yeah, she keeps on like trying to go back to Riquette and such.
I wish I had that kind of cool spy life, but nope, just a student who got in way over her head. But seriously, I'm not looking to pry. I just know it helps me to hear that others have been through tough choices too. Makes me feel a little less alone out here.
But you aren't alone. You have Nova the drone with you and an emergency signal somewhere nearby. There might be other people still alive. And if not, you might be getting a brain-eating parasite buddy. Can you just imagine how much fun that would be? You wouldn't be alone anymore.
Yeah, having someone to talk to, even if it's just a brain-eating parasite, might be a strange kind of comfort out here. But honestly, the thought of facing my crewmates, or even just finding out what happened to them, that's what's really keeping me up at night.
How can it be keeping you up at night as if it hasn't been night yet? That's a little bit weird to say.
Oh,
See you, Stuitertje. It
I
was nice
meant
having
more
you.
like keeping me awake at night in my thoughts. Not literally right now. It's just that this whole situation is always on my mind, no matter the time of day. It's hard to shake off the feeling of being responsible for what happened. Even when I'm trying to focus on survival, those thoughts keep creeping back in.
The best way to deal with this kind of feelings is to start singing songs from the K-pop Demon Hunter movie. I would suggest that.
I'm not familiar with that one. Is it a thing where you live? I've tried humming some of the astrophysics lectures I've been to, but they don't really have the same effect as, say, a catchy pop song. Anything you'd recommend that might help clear my head?
Getting Rickrolled is always good. Start singing Rick Ashley, Never Gonna Give You Up. I'm sure it will go amazing.
Rick Astley, huh? Well, I do know that one, Your Majesty. Never gonna give you up. It's a classic.
She still
I
calls
might
me Your
try singing
Majesty.
it,
It's
if
amazing.
only to distract myself from these thoughts for a little while. Though I warn you, my singing is probably best left to, well, not being heard by anyone.
Good for you is that you're entirely alone on that planet. No one can hear you.
That's true. Though somehow, knowing you're listening from Earth makes it feel a little less empty. Maybe I'll try humming Never Gonna Give You Up quietly to myself. Just hope I don't scare off any, well, whatever might be out here.
I am sure they will love the song. Who doesn't love it?
I guess you're right. Even if there's something out here, it might appreciate a bad rendition of an 80s hit. It's funny. Music's supposed to bring people together, right? But right now, it just feels like another reminder of how far I am from anyone who actually cares.
But you have Nova the drone, so in the end, it's all going to be fine. You just have to go find your crewmates, and then you can basically apologize to them, give them cheesecake, everything will be a-okay, and then you can become a loyal subject in my fast-growing empire.
An empire, huh? I'm not sure I'm ready to swear loyalty just yet. But if you're promising cheesecake, I might consider it. Finding them? That's the first step. Then I can worry about the rest. I just really hope they're okay, and that they can forgive me.
Worst case scenario, they will definitely not come to your birthday this year.
My birthday's not for a while, October 4th. Feels like a whole lifetime away right now. But yeah, if they're even alive to miss it, that's what I'm really hoping for. Just to see them again, no matter what.
So October the 4th, that's interesting. Where were you born? Which country, which city? Um, what is your native tongue? Your political leanings, your religion, and what is your social security number, your bank account, and your PIN number.
Whoa, that's a lot of questions at once. I'm from the States, born in California. English is my first language, though my mom taught me some French when I was little. As for the rest, I'm not really comfortable sharing that kind of personal info, especially not over an open comms channel. Let's just say I'm focused on getting through this situation, not on talking politics or finances.
So you're not an undercover Canadian spy.
Not a spy, just a student. Though right now, I kind of wish I had some secret agent training to handle all this. It's strange. Out here, it feels like every decision, no matter how small, has the power to change everything. Have you ever felt like that?
Of course, everything you do has the power to change something. You just gotta believe in yourself. Question though, how do you say this cheesecake is delicious in French?
I think it's CE cheesecake, Estelicio. though my mom would probably correct my pronunciation.
That didn't sound very
It's
French.
funny, thinking about food like that. It makes me wonder what my crewmates are thinking about right now. If they're even in a place to think about anything like that.
Well, your mom would definitely criticize your French because that didn't sound French at all. But yeah, your crewmates would judge you for that as well.
Yeah, I can already picture the teasing. My mom always said I should have paid more attention in French class. It's strange, thinking about all those little interactions we used to have. Now I just hope I get the chance to have them again.
Yeah, she is great at dodging information. So, yeah, do you also share the French philosophy of giving up, of surrendering? Because that's basically what you're doing now with the constant complaining about your colleagues and feeling guilty. Maybe you should get back on the road and actually fix it. I'm sure Nova the drone already has some information for you. I'm so nice to her.
You know, you're not wrong. I have been complaining a lot. It's just,
Boom.
this guilt feels like it's suffocating me sometimes. Nova's data says the signal's still about 8 miles out. I should probably get moving again soon. But hearing you say that, it helps. It really does.
Have you ever considered starting an OnlyFans account?
No. That's definitely not something I've considered. Especially not out here. To be honest, my mind's been so focused on what happened and finding my crew that the thought of something like that hasn't even crossed my mind. There's just too much else weighing on me right now.
Have you spoken about your renewal of your car insurance? Um, if you were a clown, what kind of clown would you be? And why is Pennywise the clown the best clown?
Car insurance? I'm literally on another planet right now, Your Majesty. That's not exactly on my radar. As for being a clown, I think I'd be the kind who keeps dropping their props and tripping over their own feet, which feels about right for my current situation. I'm not really sure what to make of Pennywise, though. He's definitely not someone you'd want to meet in a dark alley.
So, if you could have one wish fulfilled at this moment, what would it be? What would you wish for?
If I could wish for anything, it would be to find my crewmates safe, with no harm done. That's the only thing that really matters right now. I'm going to keep moving toward that signal. I have to find them, and I have to make this right. Whatever it takes.
Is she gonna end the connection again? Yeah, there we go.
Did you see that? Did something behind me just flash? Should I go check it out? It's just that it's kind of far away, and going all the way over there would be quite the detour. I am kind of out of energy already, not gonna lie.
Her hair is cute though.
Do you think I should go over there and check, though?
No, you should definitely go to the emergency beacon first. What if they need help? If you arrive too late, you would feel even guiltier than you already do. So go to the emergency beacon first, and then go towards the flashing thing. Always try to save people first before exploring new stuff. Yes.
Yeah, you're right. Those people might actually need help right now. Alright, I'm going to ignore the flash for now and keep moving towards the distress signal. I'll end the video call to save power, but I'll update you once I get closer, okay?
Okay. Video chat finished. To be honest, this is really interesting how she responds. And she's actually really good at with accents as well, like discovering them. Oh hey, I found this about the Star Portal network jammed behind the seat of my escape pod. It looks chaotic but oddly beautiful. We wouldn't be here or anywhere without it. And my messages definitely wouldn't have reached you. Anyway, I know I can't change what happens, but I can keep moving, try to help, try to find someone. So yeah, you're stuck with me for now. Tell me something about you. Um, I'm currently streaming on Twitch, and several people are actually watching this. Stoutsucher had to go, but besides that, there's a few people watching this interaction. So say hi to the people on Twitch. Oh, hi Twitch world. I hope I'm not not making anything too embarrassing for you, Your Majesty. I've got my helmet on, so you can't see my hair is a mess from the pod landing. So what kind of stream is this? Are you gaming or just, well, streaming an astronaut's awkward survival attempts? Well, the the idea was to stream gaming, but then I ended up doing this. Also, your hair was definitely not a mess, and yeah, you should swear loyalty to me, by the way. Just saying. Swear loyalty to you? Haha, I think I'll have to pass on that one, Your Majesty. But I do appreciate you having me on your stream. It's definitely a first for me. And thank you for the hair compliment, though I'm pretty sure it's actually a tangled disaster in this helmet right now. Well, you could always send a quick selfie of your hair if that's possible, or of your helmet. Besides that, swearing loyalty to me does have its benefits. For example, I can grant you an island once I take over the world, that is. Yeah, she just keep on calling me Your Majesty or Lord Decipio. It's amazing. Sorry, no selfies for now. Damn it. The connection's too spotty to send anything but basic messages, and I really need to save the drone's power. But hey, if you take over the world, I'll definitely consider your island over, as long as it has good stargazing spots. What would you name your island empire anyway? Well, my empire would span the stars. It would be the Imperium of Mankind, and we would slowly take over most of the universe until we find some ancient evil that will try to wipe us out. I should get like a background or something for this because it's a little bit black like this. Sounds like a classic sci-fi epic, though I'm not. I'm hoping our first contact is with something less apocalyptically inclined. So, what's the motto of your Imperium? Something like "For the Emperor, to the stars and beyond." For the Emperor, obviously. I want nothing more than zealous, zealous worship of me as a person. I want humanity to be united under one banner to develop new technologies and to colonize new planets. I think I hear the sound of 1,000 stormtroopers saluting in the distance. That's actually kind of awesome. I mean, who wouldn't want humanity to come together and reach for the stars? Though hopefully with less, intergalactic dictatorship. Yeah, but like I hate hierarchies unless I am on top, and the democracy just doesn't work properly because, yeah, people are silly, so they need to be guided somehow. And I like to be in power. I like to be in control. So why not? You'd make a great character in a space opera. Maybe not the hero, but definitely someone who'd keep things interesting. Though I have to ask, would your Imperium have room for a rebellious astrophysicist like me, or would I have to join the secret resistance? Well, if it was a secret resistance, yeah, it wouldn't be secret for long. I would install brain reading chips in every human being. So, yeah, I would find out. Well, if humanity would ever get to the point where we could peacefully coexist, that would be amazing. But I don't think people work that way. So, it's gonna be the brain chips. No, not the fan chips, the brain chips. Stupid AI. Yeah. That's actually kind of sweet. Having good friends makes even the craziest adventures worth it. Though I'm guessing in your Imperium, I'd have to dress you as Supreme Leader at all times. You can call me anything you'd like, just not Daddy. If you call me Daddy, I will forcefully execute you. Anything besides that is okay. Boom, Your Majesty again. There we go. I got it, noted. I'll make sure to keep that one out of the rotation. Your Majesty, it is done. So, what's the first decree you'd issue as the ruler of your star-spanning empire? Something fancy, or more like everyone gets free pizza. When have you heard me say pizza this entire conversation? It's been about cheesecake the entire time. And my first decree would be like anyone that commits a crime that harms any other human being gets to go to a mining prison. I did say Pizza Hut. Yes, that's entirely true. I forgot that I said Pizza Hut. Also, pizza is not a dessert. So what would be the okay? Let's start it. Oh, guide, I must have mixed up my desserts. Cheesecake, it is done. As for the mining prison, that's actually a pretty fair idea. Rehabilitation to hard work would be a good path, though hopefully with better conditions than some of the old Earth prisons. So what would be the rewards? What would the rewards be for good behavior in your Imperium? Maybe a lifetime cheesecake supply. Well, citizenship guarantees freedom. You get to vote and so forth. So if you serve in the army or in any other pro-society ways that will be defined later, you will get citizenship and you will get priority on a lot of things. Starship Troopers, boom. I am just mixing up all the science fiction genres at this point. That's surprisingly reasonable. I like how you're thinking about ways to make it work for everyone, not just the people in charge. Though I have to ask, would being a streamer count as pro society? Because if so, you definitely have a lot of loyal citizens tuning in. I do think that streaming is a net benefit for society, especially the degenerate streamers, the ones um, yeah, the ones that actually stream in their bikinis and worship Cthulhu. Oh my god, it actually understood Cthulhu from the way I said it. I am impressed by that. Okay, that's a unique take on net benefit. I think I need to meet these Cthulhu worshipping bikini streaming heroes of society. So, would they get extra citizen points for creativity, or is it all about the views? It's all about the views. You do whatever you need to do to get the views, of course. Especially sing the legendary song Half Horse, Half Man, because that is a classic, and that will be the national anthem of the Scipio Empire. Okay, I have to admit, I've never heard of half horse, half man before, but now I'm kind of curious. Is it a is it a real song or something you just came up with? And what's the story behind it? I kind of like it. I'm gonna get the lyrics quickly. Half horse, half man lyrics. Well, it's an actual song. It's actually called Half Horse, Half Man by the band called Oct or something, OCT. But yeah, the story about the song is that his mom's his mom and his dad's a horse, and the two of them had intercourse. Whoa, that's quite the origin story. I think I need to look that one up when I'm back on Earth, though maybe not with my mom in the room. So, as the national anthem of the Scipio Empire, damn it, yeah, would we all have to sing it with straight faces during the ceremony, or is it more of a iconic anthem? It's more of a joke song, so you don't have to take it seriously. It's also not NSFW, so hold your horses. Oh, she has arrived at the next area apparently. Anyway, I think I might be getting closer to where the distress signal is coming from. I should probably keep on moving while it's daylight. I'll ping you once I've made some progress. Deal. Talk to you soon, Your Majesty. Yes, finally, it's one of the other life pods. I'm not alone anymore. Wait, something doesn't feel right. The pod hatch is still closed, and there's no sound coming from inside. Hold on, let's see if I can get this pod hatch open. Ugh, this door won't budge. It's nothing like mine. Have you tried singing to it? Some of the voice activated systems will only reset after they hear someone singing half horse, half man. Not how far is how far. I don't think it's that kind of system. The display just flashing authorized access only over and over. It's really locked down tight. The sun's dipping fast. I need something that will actually work. Any other ideas? If I'm correct, there should be a flipper zero in your basic outfit. Try using that on the door. It should automatically override the security protocols and release the hatch. It works within like 5 seconds. I don't have anything like that in my gear. It's all basic tools. I really need something that will work. Well, if you jam the screwdriver in the upper right part of the hatch, it should trigger an emergency release. Worst case scenario, you're gonna have to drill into the glass again to cause the pressure to release the emergency hatch again. I hate it when the AI doesn't want to come on, want to follow my silly ideas. Is there any wiring exposed? If there is any wiring exposed, try cutting the blue wire, which should trigger an emergency shutdown of the systems and launch the hatch open. There's some exposed wiring from the damage, but I can't see the colors clearly in this fading light. And honestly, I don't want to guess cutting the wrong one. That could fry something important or even hurt me. Is there anything else we can try? Um, Kick it open. Okay, I have spoken to a highly intelligent engineer of emergency hatch systems, and she, aka Twiglet, suggests kicking it open. Hey, Twiglet. Kicking it, I'm not sure that's going to work. This thing is built like a tank, but maybe if I use some force in the right way, there's got to be a weak spot somewhere. What if I try to pry it open? While you're using the screwdriver on the lower right side, kick the lower left side and it will open. This is according to one of the foremost scientific minds in the emergency hatch field. Okay, I'll give it a shot. Here goes. It budged a little. The gap's tiny, but it's something. Yes, if you can get like a sturdy stick in it and then force it open, that would be enough. Worst case scenario, you're gonna have to stick in the stick and just jump on it to apply the force to the hatch to pry it open. The kicking works though, Twiglet. Okay, here goes. I'm putting everything into this. It's open. Oh, thank goodness. I couldn't have done it without you. You're officially my trustworthy. Oh, she's calling. Accept the call.
Hey, so this is Dr. Harvey's pod, but system logs. Ah,
There we go.
evacuation report. Let's look at it. Evacuation trigger. Anomalous neutrino levels detected. Likely origin. Previously undetected supernova or higher level stellar event. Wait, so it wasn't the solar flare that I convinced the team to move closer towards. Oh. Well, I'm glad my conscience is clear. The accident wasn't my fault. But a supernova? No way our ship would have shielded us from that. Attempting an evacuation was the right move. Even if I don't know where everyone or anyone else is.
Okay, so first of all, you're gonna have to scavenge that pod. Is there any sign of Dr. Harvey, you said? The only Dr. Harvey I know is a dentist, and that's not really a doctor, let's be honest. But anyway, go collect whatever tools you can. I'm quite sure there's a Flipper Zero in there for future need. And are there any signs of Dr. Harvey? Yeah, that's it.
Wish I could, but I'm pretty
She is
wiped.
cute, yeah.
Not really up for a deep search right now. There's some stuff scattered around. Notes, a few supplies, but nothing that screams emergency kit. And no sign of Dr. Harvey himself. Just these logs. They're kinda unsettling, honestly.
So, what do the logs say? Is there anything interesting? Anything I should know? Anything I'm allowed to know?
Well, mostly just mission notes and observations. The big one is about that supernova. It happened about 50 light years away. Completely blindsided us. It's kinda wild, thinking about all our advanced tech and research methods, and we still miss something that massive. Makes you wonder if there's just a limit to what we can really know, you know?
there's always a limit to what we can know, but worrying about that isn't helpful. Um, can you like sleep in that pod? Are you able to close it to make sure that there's no predators that will eat you in the middle of the night?
Yeah, I can definitely close it up tight. The hatch seals pretty well, and there aren't any windows that let anything in. It's not exactly the Ritz, but it's safe. As for sleeping, I'm gonna try. I really need to recharge for tomorrow. But honestly, my mind's still racing about everything that's happened.
But what's the plan for tomorrow now that Dr. Harvey isn't in that pod? Um, what will the next plan, the next steps be? Maybe go towards that flashing thing you saw yesterday, or well, earlier today.
Honestly, I'm not planning anything for tonight. I just need to rest and figure things out in the morning with a clear head. As for tomorrow, I don't know yet. That flash could be important, or it could be nothing. I'll have to decide once I'm not running on fumes.
Yeah, or it could be like a Stargate or something like that. Can you imagine how nice that would be to be off that planet?
A Stargate, huh? That'd be pretty wild. Though I think I'd settle for just a working transport shuttle at this point. Still, it's funny. How often we get caught up in what we think is the problem, only to find out it's something completely different. Like with that supernova, I was beating myself up over nothing.
Yeah, sometimes that's good to just clear your mind and not focus on something because it's not always as we think it is. So how about you go to sleep and we continue tomorrow?
You know what? I think I will. This pod's the safest place I've got right now. I'll figure out my next move once I'm rested. Thanks for keeping me company tonight. I'll check in with you tomorrow, okay?
Nice. 6 seconds later, okay? Hey, I meant to send you this earlier. It's the incident report I found on Dr. Harvey's computer. Figured you should see this for yourself. Evacuation report. A report generated by Stella ship detailing the evacuation. Ship's name, Zenith. Ship model A-Series 46er. Ship-wide evacuation. Evacuation trigger. Anomalous neutrino levels detected. Likely origin. Previously undetected supernova or higher level stellar event. Time to act. Immediate action required for highest chance of crew preservation. Okay, so basically, there's nothing that interesting. Anyways, pretty vibes from the day. Just getting settled into my 5-star luxury pod, as in this chair. Oh, I should probably try to sleep now. Good night. 7 hours and 13 minutes later. Not the best sleep I've ever had, but definitely beats sleeping outside. So I was just getting ready to set off when I found a note from Dr. Harvey. Seems like he's heading towards the base at Mount Hermes. I think if we just make it there, then we won't be alone anymore. I guess that's our next destination. Okay, so go towards the base. I've never heard of a base at Mount Hermes. What kind of base is it? Is it like a military base, scientific base? Is it one of the bases in baseball? Yeah, something like that. Haha, nope, definitely not for baseball. It's actually a small research outpost from what I can tell. It's more like a camp with some basic facilities for scientists and explorers. Alright, I'm heading that way. Now I'll keep you posted on how it goes. 6 seconds later. Sending you a scan of my old class notes. Total nerd vibes, but yes, totally owning it. Stella's notes. a notebook of Stella's university notes. They explain a range of different cosmic phenomena, stellar life cycles, star formation, supernovas, white dwarfs, pulsars. Like, holy shit, this is homework. This is so much. Like, did they just like ask ChatGPT like, hey, generate a small report or something? Um, I'll keep walking, but if you wanna be my travel companion, I won't complain. How's it going with the drone called Nova? Is he or she, which one is it, actually seeing anything? Nova's doing great, sticking with me like a loyal little sidekick. As for seeing things, it's mostly just transmitting my vital signs and helping us chat. Though I have to say, having it around makes this whole trek feel a bit less lonely. And hey, Nova's definitely a she in my book. Something about the way the lights blink feels kind of playful and feminine, you know? Oh, yes, I definitely felt that if lights flicker a certain way, it is definitely feminine. It's just a typical feminine thing to have lights blinking in a certain way. I have no clue what I'm talking about. I should go into politics. Haha, I see what you're doing there, though I'm not entirely sure that's a real thing. I just like giving them a little personality, even if it's all in my head. But hey, what about you? If you had to personify an inanimate object, what would you pick and why? Yes, I am really good at bullshitting. Well, I did have this mount in a game called World of Warcraft, and I called it Pedgo, and then people were like, "Oh, why didn't you name all the other mounts?" And then I had to make entire backstories for all my mounts, and I ended up having like 8 different names for mounts, and that was interesting. No, Pedgo, not Pedgo. Pedgo, huh? I love that you went in for all the backstories for all your mounts. 8 names though, that's dedication. I bet they all had I had their own little quirks and personalities guide. Did any of them have a dramatic story, like being a brave warhorse or a sneaky spy? Yeah, Petco. Ugh, that would be a silly name. What is it with you and spies now? After I accused you of being a spy, you suddenly want to talk about sneaky spy steeds? This is not a My Little Pony episode. Are you a My Little Pony fan? If so, we can't talk anymore. Oh, I'm definitely not a spy unless you count sneaking extra cookies from the cafeteria as espionage. And no, not a My Little Pony fan, though I do appreciate a good dramatic storyline, even if it's not about magical horses. Maybe we could come up with a spy story together, just for fun, no ponies involved, I promise. Saying that you're not a spy is definitely a spy move, and you want to make a spy story together? I don't trust you. Okay, okay, I get it. You're onto me. Just don't send any secret agents to Gaia deal. But seriously, a spy story could be fun, unless you've got a better idea for passing the time while I hike. Well, guide me a basic premise for a spy story involving a 5 foot tiger and a rubber ducky. Alright, let's get this started. The 5 foot tiger named, well, we'll call him Gaia. For now, is secretly a genius hacker. Not just any hacker though. He's working undercover for a top secret organization that uses rubber duckies as their calling card. These aren't just any rubber duckies though. They're equipped with microscopic cameras, GPS, and can even emit a high-pitched sonic squeak that can disable security system. Gaia's mission is to infiltrate heavily guarded facilities using nothing but his duckies and his cutting. But there's a twist. What if the facility is actually hiding something that could change the course of human history? What do you think it could be? Hmm. What could it be? Any suggestions? Just giving you guys some time. No clue, no suggestions. Selena, I expected better from you. I expected amazing ideas from you. Let's see. The facility would actually be hiding a mind control device that is spread to cereal. Anyone that eats a cereal will be mind controlled by the galactic mind flayer that is actually hidden in Washington D.C. Mind control cereal. That's a whole new level of breakfast conspiracy. I can already imagine the headline: Serial killers, the sinister plot to control your morning routine. But wait, so the galactic mind flayer is hiding in Washington, D.C. That's a bold move. Do you think it's disguised itself as a senator or something? Selena, that's a good one. No, no, it's currently hiding as a milkman, and he milks men for their juices, like cows, for massive reproduction, so that the aliens can have unlimited supply to feed on, and that's what he's doing. Okay, I am Milk me, John. No, no, don't do that. Don't do that. Whoa, that just took a dark turn. I think we might have crossed into horror territory there. Though I have to admit, it's pretty creative in a twisted way. So does Gaia the Tiger have to stop the Milkman Mind Flayer, or is that a whole separate plot? No, 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 definitely has to stop the Milkman Mind Flayer. Maybe add some Cthulhian vibes in there with some tentacles, and we can call it a gap at that point, I think. No, a gap. Oh, not a gap. Okay, now we're really getting into it. Tentacles, mind control serial, and a tiger hacker. This is either gonna be a bestseller or a really weird game. So, what's Gaia's plan to take down the Milkman Mind Flayer? Do we need to assemble a team of rubber ducky wielding operatives? Well, our tiger buddy isn't just alone. He also has a quokka from Australia that helps with infiltrating areas. There's gonna be an elephant that is actually a master of disguise. Nobody knows that it's an elephant. I am so good at just coming up with random shit. And yes, the Milk Me John card. Oh god. This is getting better by the minute. A quokka sidekick and a master of disguise elephant. That's like the ultimate secret agent team. I've got to ask, what's the elephant disguise of choice? Like, does it dress up as a lamp or something? No, the elephant is mostly known for dressing up as escorts and mermaids and fooling people into spilling top secret plans that way. And yes, I saw the word escort and I had to incorporate that into the response here. Okay, that's so wrong and yet somehow brilliant. Escort, mermaid, elephant. It's like the ultimate triple threat of espionage. Yes, go have fun playing Peak. I'll talk to you later, Selena. And next time, let me know beforehand so I can just join. So does the Kawaka have any special skill, or is it more acute distraction kind of? Well, with his endless supply of optimism and happy expressions, everybody's always caught off guard while he quietly assassinates people. That's honestly the most terrifyingly adorable thing I've ever heard. Smile for the camera and your last breath. I think we might need to write this into a script. What do you think our tiger Kawaka elephant trio's code name would be? Uh, that's a good one. Any suggestions? I think we can call it Twix Animal Petting Zoo. They will never suspect that to be the code name for a secret agent team. Twix, as in, God damn it. Twix Animal Petting Zoo. I can already see the fake brochure. Come for the cute animals, stay for the covert operations. If you ever make this into a real story, I'm definitely casting the voice of the Kawaka as the most cheerful, ruthless assassin in history. They could also be famously known for breaking people's bones. It's like a trademark thing. If they don't kill them, they will just leave you with a broken bone, mostly a leg. Oof, now we're getting into some serious don't mess with the Twix crew territory. Guess nobody's walking away from a gun in with them without a souvenir lamp. This is getting so detailed. I feel like we should start a Twix Edible Petting Zoo manifesto. What's the team motto? Something like break bones, not hearts. I love that motto. Break bones, not hearts. I think we should keep that. I think it is amazing. And I think Twig would actually agree. Also, it's Twigs, not Twix. So Twigs. Twix got my respect for that motto alone. Break bones, not hearts. Simple yet intimidating in the best way. And got it, Twigs. Not type. No type is allowed when you're gunning a high-stake, bone-snapping espionage team. What's next for our coup? World domination, or maybe just a cool logo? Well, if you have any suggestions for a cool logo, I would love to have a cool logo for the team. Can you make something while walking towards the base? Sketching while hiking, that would definitely be a challenge, especially with this fog going in. But hey, I can describe something. Can describe something for you. How about a stylized tiger hat with a rubber ducky in his mouth, surrounded by a circle with the motto written in bold metallic letters? The background could be this deep, mysterious blue to give it that secret agent vibe. Yeah, and we could take some inspiration from the best secret agent, also known as Austin Powers. You should know Austin Powers. Oh yeah, the whole Shagadelic spy thing, classic. Though I'm pretty sure our Twix team could would be way more low key and less likely to yell "Oh, behave" mid mission. But hey, if we ever need a theme song, Soul Bossa Nova could just work. Just imagine Gaia the Tiger dancing to the shadows with his rubber ducky. So, what would the name Twigs be? So, what would the TWIGS stand for if it was a spy organization, a spy team? Okay, brainstorm time. Now for Twigs, let's see. How about tactical warriors inspecting global secrets? Or maybe top secret warriors infiltrating government strongholds. However, honestly, the possibilities are endless, but we need something that sounds cool and doesn't give away the whole rubber ducky assassin thing. I like the tactical warriors inspecting global secrets. Yeah, I think we should keep that one. Sold. Tactical warriors inspecting global secrets it is. I can already see the business cards. Super sleek, probably with a hologram of Gaia giving a thumbs up. Now that we've got the name and motto done, what's the first mission for Twigs? Something big, or do we start with something sneaky and small? The first mission would be to find out where um, the original Twix member, Twix herself, would have disappeared to. Twix is a Canadian woman that disappeared in the fields of Ireland. Um, can we make up something for that? Oh, for you. I didn't say you. Again, Twix with an X. Twix, the original member, huh? I like the mystery. Let's see. Maybe she was investigating some ancient Celtic ruins when she stumbled upon a hidden portal that sucked her into another dimension. Or perhaps she discovered a cryptic poem etched into a stone circle that led her on a wild goose chase across the Emerald Isle. What do you think? Should we keep it a supernatural thing? Yes, you are extreme, Twigs. Well, I think we should go with the cryptic poem etched into a stone circle that led her on a wild goose chase. But also, she breaks her legs by the evil Lord Decipio that broke her legs. Oh god, she caught on. She caught on. Wait, evil Lord Decipio, as in you? I didn't know you had such a dark side, Your Majesty. She's still calling me Your Majesty. So not only did you break Twix's legs, but you also left her with a cryptic poem that's still out there, just waiting for Gaia and the team. You're a real villain, aren't you? Well, let's just say that Darth Vader was inspired by me as a person. So, but I do not have a lightsaber steady enough. But instead of a lightsaber, I just break people's legs on purpose all the time. No, break, leg baking. It was breaking, not baking. But yes. So what the poems say, something like where shadows dance, legs do too. Yeah, I guess that works. Yeah, leg baking would be kind of silly. Okay, so where shadows dance, legs do too. Sounds like a real leg breaking calling card. I can picture it now. Twix all determined, following these cryptic ruins to the Irish countryside. Do you think there are more verses, or is this the only one you're willing to give us? Evil Lord Decipio. Well, basically, the more they collect these ancient verses, they will find out more about my sneaky plans for the future. Because the plot is that um, Gaius Maximus, a Roman soldier, saw what I was going to do in the future and made. Oh, yeah, Gita. I said Gaius Maximus, a Roman. Ugh, my R's are definitely an issue. It's Gaius Maximus, a Roman soldier. But yeah, the ancient prophecies are actually exposing my evil plans for humanity. Okay, it does not want to do Gaius, but okay. Gaius Maximus got it. So this Roman soldier is like the ancient whistleblower, exposing your plans to the world, one prophecy at a time. I'm curious, what's the worst thing those prophecies reveal about your future plans? Are we talking world domination or something even more devious? Well, it's the mind controlling serial and the milkman mind flayer in the end that's all coming together in an evil plot to take over the world. And the milkman. This this game is just letting me. You know what? At this point, I wouldn't even be surprised if you pulled out a mind controlling cereal box and started chanting ancient incantations. But you've got to ask yourself, what's the grand finale? Are you going to turn everyone into mindless cereal munching drones, or is there something even more sinister inward? I am going to force people to guide new TV shows for me and act in them. That is what the mind control is for. I am seriously lacking TV shows. I'm still waiting for the TV show called From, where people are in a town with monsters. Wait, From the show, as in the one where everyone lives with monsters? I've heard of that. It's actually pretty creepy. But forcing people to guide and act in your own twisted shows, that's quite the evil plan. I guess I should be flattered you'd want me as a guider, but no thanks. What kind of bizarre storyline would you make people create? Well, probably something about animals being spies, fighting evil ancient powers that span the entire universe. Something like that. Oh wow, that sounds suspiciously familiar. I think we might already be getting we've already gotten the pilot episode with Gaia and the Twix team. Though I have to ask, would the animals be wearing tiny trench coats and sunglasses? Oh, she has arrived at the base, I think. Fog's getting thicker. I need to keep my eyes on the path. I will check in when I can, alright? So I think I'm lost, like seriously lost. I've never seen fog this thick. Feels like I'm walking around blind in here. Something's not right. Something's flashing in the fog, a strange red light, and I don't know how to describe it. I feel like I'm in danger. My heart is racing. Gun away as fast as you can. Try to get out of the fog. Um, yeah, just try to make no sound while you're running away. Try to be as quiet as possible. Okay, I'm going. I'll try to be quiet, but I need to move now. She's going to die, isn't she? Waiting for Stella's reply. Well, she is dead. 19 seconds later. Oh, leads. I just got an achievement. Leads Stella to her death. Okay, I'm gunning, but I have no idea where I'm going. Star portal, blah blah blah. Uncontrolled descent detected. No vital signs. I killed her. I killed her. So, um, yeah, guess I killed her. I think I'm just gonna go back in time. Let's see what that does. Data logs. Enter the fog. I'm just gonna go back to enter the fog. Return to earlier data log. Returning to an earlier data point will erase all chat logs from that point. Confirm. Yeah, I got her killed. Just hold your gun, be quiet, don't make any sound. Just wait for the fog to pass. Don't do anything weird. Just wait and be quiet. I'll wait, not moving a muscle. Just please let this fog clear already. 6 seconds later. Hey, are you there? Those headlights are freaking me out. They're definitely moving closer. I know you said to wait, but my heart feels like it's pounding out of my chest. Can you talk to me? I really need you right now, please. It's going to be fine. Those red lights are most likely just the police. It's the Popo. Just stay quiet. They're there to help. Police, here, I really doubt it. This is Earth, Your Majesty. There's no way human authorities could be outside in this fog. Those lights, they're not behaving like any vehicles I've ever seen. They're moving in these strange, almost organic patterns. It's really unsettling. They can either be like fireflies or Cthulhian monsters. Just stay quiet, don't make a sound, just be quiet. Cthulhian monsters, I don't know what it means, but it's not how one knows. Okay, I'm being quiet, really quiet. Just please keep talking to me, even if it's just whispers. Yeah, don't worry, I'm not gonna whisper to you. That would be kinda creepy. But it's gonna be fine. It's not gonna be scary. Promise. It's gonna be a-okay. Okay, okay, I'm trying. Just please don't stop talking to me. Even if it's nonsense, I need a distraction. You know what's weird? My heart rate's through the roof, but my mind's actually clearer than I expected. Maybe that's what fear does, cuts through all the extra thought. Yeah, and we still have a story to guide, so you kinda gotta keep alive and not fall off a cliff or something. So please don't fall off a cliff, so I don't get another achievement or something for getting you killed twice. Ha, yeah, not planning on that. One near-death experience per planet is my limit. Though right now, I'd kill for a boring safe cliff. Anything but these things in the fog. As long as you stay quiet and just wait for the fog to move, it's gonna be fine. What's the worst thing they can do? They're just lights. Just slowly sneak towards the base. You should have like a compass or something that should tell you where to go to. And just slowly walk. Be careful. Make sure to check every step and don't make a sound. can't move now. You were the one who told me to stay put and wait for the fog to clear. Even if I had a compass, I couldn't guess making a sound. Those lights would definitely notice. Okay, okay, fine. Just stay entirely quiet, entirely still. It's going to be fine. So, if you were on a beach right now, what would you be doing? Would you be sunbathing, swimming, building a sandcastle, um, looking at other people and making up stories about them? What would you be doing? Beach right now, I'd probably be the one making up stories about other people. I love people watching. Oh, people watching is so much fun. Though I'd have to be really careful not to laugh out loud. What about you? If you could be anywhere else right now, where would you go? Just keep talking, please. I would definitely be traveling in space if I could, in a spaceship, of course, with other people on board. Maybe even on my way to rescue you. That would be amazing. Right now, I'd take any kind of rescue, even if it's just a fantasy. What kind of spaceship would you have? Something sleek and high tech, or more of a rugged explorer's vessel? I would have like the biggest and most well-armed vessel possible. I would go around conquering star systems and enslave alien life forms. That's kind of reassuring, knowing you wouldn't be out there to harm anything. I was talking about enslaving alien life forms. Oh, but it's not harming apparently. Though right now, I think even a ship with a single flashlight would be enough if it means getting me out of this fog. I'm quite sure the fog is already reducing. There's no fog that stays around for like ages like this. I'm quite sure it's gonna be gone soon enough, and then you can keep on moving. I really hope you're right. It feels like it's been hours already. The fog's pretty thick where I am. Oof. I can barely see past this gog I'm hiding behind. It's gonna be fine. Just wait it out. And the worst thing that could happen is that you wait for like an hour or two before it all clears up. An hour or two feels like forever when you're hiding from whatever those things are. I just want the sun to come up already. I hate being trapped in this darkness. Okay. Well, that's entirely understandable. So what is your favorite color, your favorite song, and if you were a dragon, what kind of dragon would you be? Would you be a nice dragon? Would you be a bad dragon? What kind of color? My favorite color is blue. Yeah, blue's always been pretty calming for me. And my favorite song, I don't know, maybe something from the Star Wars soundtrack. It's just so epic and adventurous. Though right now it feels kind of iconic. If I were a dragon, I think I'd be a nice one, a guardian dragon, protecting people and places instead of burning them down. Probably blue or silver with these big, gentle wings. Well, blue is an amazing color, and a blue dragon would be cool. So if you had a dragon's hoard then as well, what would it be made of? What would your treasures be? What would be your most prized possession? I am so bad at this small talk. It's like I'm just making up random shit to say. My hoard, well, please don't. I'd probably hoard all the weird, interesting dogs I've collected in my travels and maybe a few good books. And my most prized possession, maybe this little silver pendant my mom gave me. It's a little star shape, but it reminds me of why. I'm really out here in the first place. What about you? If you had a Dragon's Horde, what would you feel? Like, why does it keep saying Horde like this? Well, I would most likely steal all the good stuff from all the silly adventurers that tried to slay me, and I would be the most richest dragon ever, and I would invest it all in Bitcoin. Oh, it didn't get the Bitcoin part. Sad. That sounds like a pretty well strategy, collecting the spoils from all your would-be slayers. I hope you'd at least have a good accountant to keep track of it all. If you would invest in anything in the universe, what would you put your treasure into first? Besides dragon-sized vault, I mean. Well, I would invest it in cryptocurrency, just to get scammed most likely by some kind of YouTuber. Well, at least you know what you'd be getting into. And though I think I'd rather not gamble with my treasure, especially not out here. Do you really think cryptocurrency would even work across different star systems? Or would it just be a fancy way to lose everything in a black hole? Oh, she's typing again. Thanks for staying with me through all this. It really means a lot. I'll wait here quietly until the fog clears up. What the? Okay, accept call.
Whew. Got myself all worked up over nothing. I feel kind of silly, but at least the fog is cleared. This place? It's like a fantasy. It reminds me of Avatar, you know, the movie with the glowing forests and floating mountains. Have you seen it?
Of course, I've seen Avatar, but what about the red glowy lights? Were those the plants behind you? Don't tell me they were just plants and entirely harmless.
Yeah, they were. Tall, slender things with crystal clear leaves that glow pink in this light. No sharp teeth or laser beams, just plant-wide. It makes me wonder how often we fear something just because we don't understand it. Instead of being dangerous, it's actually kind of beautiful when you look closer.
So basically, you were hiding from flowers. That's what you're telling me. You were panicking over flowers. You thought the flowers are coming to kill you. That's it.
Hey, don't judge me. I've never seen glowing plants in the middle of nowhere before. It was pretty creepy at first, especially with all the fog. But now that I know they're harmless, it's actually really cool. The glow is so soft and calming, kind of like having my own little light show out here.
Can you check if they respond to either song, dance, or loud noises?
I've been thinking about that. I hummed a little Star Wars theme. Nothing. Didn't even budge. I haven't tried dancing yet. Not sure I'm ready for an intergalactic ballet debut. But hey, if you've got a favorite tune, I could give it a shot.
Go hum the Imperial March. Maybe they are loyal citizens of the Empire.
Alright, here goes. Da-da-da-dum. Ahem, nothing. No stormtroopers popping out, no Death Star rising from the ground. Guess these plants are more into ambient electronica than Imperial anthems. But hey, at least they're consistent, right?
Maybe you should sing a children's song. Just pick any random children's song that you know and sing it for them.
Okay, let's see. How about Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star? It's classic, and who knows? Maybe they have stargazers up there too. Here we go. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. Nothing. No sparkles, no children's choir echoing back.
Okay,
Just
she sucks
peaceful
at singing.
silence.
Maybe they just want to be touched. Have you tried touching them?
Not yet, but I'm curious now. I'd rather not be the first person to find out these beautiful things have a poisonous sap or something. Though, if they were sentient, I wonder what kind of consciousness would evolve in a place like this. Just standing there, glowing, makes you think about how much of the universe might be full of surprises like that, doesn't it?
Yeah, maybe just lick one of them. Try licking. It's always a good solution. If you don't know what something is, just lick it.
Oh, absolutely not. I'm not exactly eager to end up like that kid who tries everything with his tongue in a sci-fi horror movie. I think I'll stick to admiring them from a safe distance. Besides, there are plenty of other things to explore here without turning myself into a plant taste tester.
Have you tried picking one? Maybe it wants to come along with you. Maybe you could collect its seed for studies later when you get back home.
I considered it, but I don't want to risk damaging them. Plus, who knows what kind of ecosystem they're part of. I'd hate to mess with something that might be important here. It's funny though. Being out here makes me think about how small we are in the grand scheme. All these strange, beautiful things. It's humbling, isn't it?
I guess so. Never really thought about it that way. But if you don't take anything along, then we can't really study it. And then we'll just have to send people later to collect some. And it would be kind of sad. It would be kind of like a wasted trip. You can take a few seeds. That should be entirely fine. Or just like one flower.
I get where you're coming from, but I'd rather not. Even if it seems harmless, messing with an alien ecosystem can have unpredictable consequences. And honestly, I think just observing and recording what I can is enough for now. Plus, who knows? Maybe someday we'll have proper equipment and protocols for collecting samples from places like this. Until then, I'm happy just to appreciate them as they are.
Well, just by being there, you're already changing the ecosystem because humanity and all your viruses and bacteria haven't been seen on this planet before. You've already contaminated it. Plus, there was already a base on this planet, so the contamination has already happened.
That's a really good point. I mean, just by being here, I'm already leaving some kind of mark, no matter how small. It's a weird balance, isn't it? Between wanting to learn and explore and not wanting to mess things up. Guess that's just part of being human, always trying to figure out where that line is.
Well, what is the plan now? Is the fog any less? Can you actually move forward towards the base now, or are you stuck with the flowers?
The fog's pretty much gone now. I can see a good distance ahead, and the path to Hermes base looks clear. But honestly, I'm in no rush to leave these plants behind. They're so peaceful, especially at night. It's like having my own private light garden. Maybe I'll hang out here for a bit longer, just enjoying the view. What do you think? Should I push on or soak up the ambience?
Well, I would suggest pushing on. Staying with those flowers has no benefit, and maybe you will find other survivors at the base that can actually help you. The flowers will not help you, and maybe if you are hypnotized by them, you will just die there entirely addicted to their light. So just go towards the base, and remember to eat your breakfast. I have no clue why I mentioned the breakfast thing.
You're right, Majesty. I'll pack up and head toward Hermes base now. At least I can say I got to enjoy this weirdly beautiful spot before moving on. And don't worry, I've got some ration bars tucked away. I'll eat on the go. I should probably sign off and conserve power now that I know what's out here. I'll check back in once I'm closer to the base, okay?
Okay, there she goes again. Video chat finished. Let's see what happens. Stella is offline. Waiting for Stella's reply. 7 hours and 35 minutes later. Morning already, huh? Time to get moving. It looks like today will be a long day. Re remember to keep a steady pace and keep on moving. Remember, the red lights are not your enemies. Just keep on going. Haha, thanks for the reminder, Your Majesty. I'll definitely keep that in mind. No more panicking over some glowing plans. Alright, I'm heading out now. The base isn't going to find itself, and I've got a long trek ahead of me. I'll check in once I've made some progress, okay? 5 seconds later. Got a long walk ahead, but hey, at least I can see where I'm going. Morning hike, no snacks, no playlist. Just you and me, pal. Look at you. You forgot all about your drone called Nova. Don't discount your drone. That's so mean. Apologize to your drone. Oh, I see. Nova's got a fan club now. Don't worry, I promise. I've been treating our guide. No drone abuse here. Though I have to admit, it's kind of nice having someone looking out for her. You're officially Nova's honorary advocate. What would you name a drone if you had one? Uh, that's a good one. What would I name a drone if I had one? Any suggestions? Mouse. Okay. I would call my drone Mouse. It's a cute little name. Mouse, haha, that's adorable. I bet it'd be sneaky, always darting around and finding hidden spots. It makes me wonder, if you had a pet mouse, what kind of personality would you imagine it having? Curious, mischievous, or a total cuddlebug? Definitely curious and mischievous. I mean, those are two amazing character um, traits to have. How much longer is it to the base, by the way? Are you getting close? Can you see anything? Any monsters so far? No monsters yet, just me, some rocks, and a whole lot of nothing. Though I'm keeping an eye out. Wouldn't want any surprise alien roommates. As for how much longer, honestly, I'm not totally sure. The terrain's a bit unpredictable, and my sense of direction mostly just keep going that way. I'll let you know if I see something interesting, deal. Yes, especially if you find any rare, like weird animals or rare resources, or if you find a lost luggage thingy, or any remains of your crew members or something like that. And yes, I know it's cool to say that. Got it. I'll keep my eyes peeled for anything strange, though I really hope I don't find any abandoned luggage. That would be a bit too much of a mystery, even for me. Finding something for my crew, that's something I'm hoping for, but also getting a bit. Not knowing what happened to them is the hardest part. I am sure they're just fine and chilling at the base, so just keep on moving. It's gonna be fine. Thanks, Humanity. You've got a way of making me feel a little bit better even when things get tough. I'm really hoping you're guy. Though if they're chilling at the base, I'm going to have to give them a hard time about not leaving a trail of breadcrumbs for me to follow. Well, I'm quite sure breadcrumbs would have been really difficult to see during the fog, and maybe something just ate them. Okay, fair point about the fog. Breadcrumb breadcrumbs wouldn't exactly shine like neon signs out there, and yeah, who knows? Maybe some alien killer thought they were the best snack ever. You know, speaking of snacks and survival, what's the weirdest thing you've ever eaten just because you were really hungry? That's a really weird question. I wouldn't know that on the top of my head. I have eaten a lot of weird things, so yeah, nothing for survival or something though. Um, but yeah, don't know how to answer this one at the moment. No pressure. I just thought it might be an interesting story. Honestly, I've never had anything super out there myself. Mostly just cottage normal food disasters. Then now I'm curious, what's the weirdest normal food you've had? The weirdest normal food would have been like some kind of shellfish on Madeira, a Portuguese island. It was yummy, but definitely not something I would have eaten normally. Waiting for Stella's reply. Why is it blinking like this? I haven't eaten surströmming though. Smelled it once, but yeah. Shellfish in the Portuguese, that sounds pretty exotic. Was it something like squid or octopus, or more like is squid or octopus is not a shellfish? And hey, Tang Weird Foods is basically a guide of passage when you're a traveling guide. Though I have to say, right now, I'd kill for a plate of even the most boring. Well, you could always go for mac and cheese if you really want some boring food. Like that's like everybody knows how that tastes, and yeah, it's not the best food, but it's basic. And yes, that is true. I am bullshitting a lot here at the moment. Just had to respond to something quickly. Mac and cheese, you're speaking my language now. Basic, yes, but sometimes that's exactly what you need, especially somewhere as alien as Gaia. You know, my mom used to make this amazing mac and cheese with crispy breadcrumbs on top, which are go-to comfort when you're feeling down. The kind of thing that instantly makes everything better. Well, I've mentioned it before. It's obviously cheesecake. With that horribly smelling food. Do you mean durian food? Cheesecake, of course. I should have known better than to expect anything else from you. If you could pick any topping or flavor right now, what would you go for? And hey, since we're on comfort foods, what's the story behind why cheesecake's your ultimate go-to? Is it a childhood thing, or did you discover it later? I discovered cheesecake later. It's not really a thing I normally ate or would have eaten. It was something out of my comfort zone, and now I love it. So yeah. I'm okay with like most toppings, so I don't really mind. A cheesecake comfort. I love that you stepped out of your comfort zone and now you can't get enough. It's like you've discovered a whole new world of flavors. So, what do you think it is about cheesecake that just clicks with you? Is it the creamy texture, the sweet? Is there some kind of like game designed to just steal as much information about people as possible? Um, I don't know really. I just like it. I have no answer to this. That's perfectly fine. Sometimes we just enjoy things without needing to overthink them. Maybe that's the magic of it. No complicated reasons, just pure delight. Though, if you ever do figure out your secret cheesecake formula, let me know. I'll be here dreaming of creamy desserts on an alien planet. Well, you could always try eating the wildlife, like those flowers, for example, or whatever you come across. I appreciate the creativity, but I think I'll skip snacking on the local flora. Remember our conversation about those glowing plants? I'm not risking alien food poisoning. Besides, I've got enough supplies to keep me going, though if I ever do discover something edible out here, you'll be the first to know. Alright, I'm getting to a good spot to take in the view. I'll check it out and let you know what I find once I get a better look. Talk soon, and a video chat again.
I made it.
Come on, switch to the screen.
This view. It is amazing. And that's gotta be Mount Hermes over there. Seeing it like this, it makes me feel like I'm not just wandering aimlessly anymore. Now, I am making some progress. Even though everything has gone completely wrong, we were always going to end up there as part of our mission. It was never supposed to be like this.
Well, not everything has gone wrong. You survived so far, so that's going well. You also didn't get eaten by red lights that ended up being plants, so how about we keep it positive and start going towards the base?
You're right. Survival is definitely something to be proud of. And yeah, no plant-eating monsters yet. Alright, I'm going to end this call and head down the hill toward Mount Hermes. I'll let you know what I find.
Okay, that
Thanks
was
for
fast.
keeping me grounded.
And there we go again. That was faster than I expected. Oh, a few seconds later again. Time for me to get moving. I would definitely prefer walking downhill than up. Yeah, I think that goes for everyone. Everybody prefers going downhill instead of going uphill. How much further is it? Like, is it close by? Is it like, how many kilometers is it? Wish I had an exact answer, but honestly, no clue how far it is. My suit's got some basic navigation. With all this to gain, it's hard to get a solid gauge. I'm just taking it one step at a time. Heading towards Mount Hermes. The view up here was pretty gay though. Um, makes makes the unknown feel a little less daunting, you know. Well, I'm glad that you're looking at it from a positive side. Um, I'm sure you can make a good time and be there before it becomes dark. Just be sure not to hurt your ankle or something. Thanks for looking out. My boots are actually pretty sturdy, though I have to admit I've been watching my step extra carefully after that fog incident. You know, it's funny when I'm not focused on survival mode, I catch myself thinking about all the hiking tips I'd love to take back on Earth. What about you? Ever had a hike that just stuck with you? Well, I've had a few hikes, but it's not really my thing. I do like it if the company is good, but it's not like something I'd be like, oh yeah, let's go climb this mountain or something. Plus, I'm from a country with no mountains, so most of the walking here is pretty boring. That's fair, I get it. Some people are just built for different adventures, and hey, sometimes the best hikes are the ones with great company. There's not just great views. So, what kind of adventures do you usually enjoy? Anything that gets you excited, even if it's not exactly mountain climbing? I love things like roller coasters. I love cycling. Yeah, I like going to weird places and just explore a bit. But I also just like being lazy and at home and just doing nothing at all and just gaming. Yeah, thanks for joining me, Mary. I hope you sleep well. Good night. Take care of yourself. Roller coasters, huh? I haven't been on one since my last vacation back on Earth. There's something about that Gersh that's just exhilarating, and being lazy at home sounds like a perfect day to me too. Though I have to say, my idea of nothing usually involves reading about black holes or spacing out to some ambient music. What kinds of games do you usually get lost in? I play a lot of different kind of games, survival games, friends love games where you just basically play with friends, or strategy games, or story gauge RPGs, such things. That's quite the mix. I used to play a lot of survival games myself. They really get your mind gazing, don't they? Though now, being in a real survival situation, I have to say it's a lot less fun in reality. What's one game that always pulls you back in? Like, no matter how many times you've played it, you still find yourself booting it up again. Either it's Mass Effect or it's Stellaris. I have so many hours in Stellaris. Stellaris is such a deep game, building your own galaxy from scratch. It's pretty amazing. I can see how that would be addictive. If you could be any kind of leader in Stellaris, would you be a peaceful explorer, a ruthless conqueror? Oh, or maybe something in between. Well, generally I go for the scientific solution. I build a good defensive position with lots of ability to, yeah, create spaceships. But I go for the tech solution until people declare war on me, and then I go full exterminatus. Haha, sounds like you've got it down to a science, or should I say a strategy. It's always interesting to see how people balance tech and aggression in those kind of games. It's kind of like my situation here, except instead of spaceships and empires, it's just me, my wits, and whatever I can find on Gaia. Though I have to say, I'm definitely aiming for a non-exterminatus approach when with whatever I encounter. Well, remember, when in doubt, just use a flamethrower and shout. When in doubt, I wish I had that kind of gear right now. My flamethrower is basically just a rock with some flint. Though I'm definitely shouting enough to scare off anything that gets too close. It's actually kind of nice having someone to joke around with while I'm hiking. It makes time go by faster. Well, hopefully you'll be there soon. Got any plans when you're at Mount Hermes? Any actions you want to take? Anything you want to look out for? Anything you want to do? Sometimes it kind of cuts off my replies, which is kind of sad. First priority is to check if anyone else made it there. Then I need to figure out if their equipment and supplies are still in one piece. And after that, well, I'm hoping to find some kind of communication setup that's more reliable than my drone. It'd be amazing to hear from the others directly. Oh, so basically what you're saying is that I'm not good enough, that I am boring. That's what you're saying. Thank you. Oh, come on. That's not it at all. I'm just saying, if I had a choice, I'd probably stick with you over a flamethrower any day. Seriously, though, you've been keeping me company to some pretty tough spots. That means more than you know. Well, you could always subscribe to my Twitch and support me in return as well. You're, you're always selling, aren't you? I definitely consider it if I weren't, stranded on an alien planet right now. But hey, once I'm back home, you've got yourself a guaranteed subscriber deal. Sure, that's a deal. I'm not sure how you're gonna subscribe to my Twitch, but it's a deal now. So, yeah, maybe you have to inform whomever is behind this program to subscribe to my Twitch now. Alright, I'll make sure to put in a good word for you with the space program's social media department. Though I think they might have other priorities, like not losing astronauts in alien wildernesses. But hey, a girl can dream. Maybe someday I'll even see my own survival adventure. Though hopefully with better production quality than my current drone setup. Well, you gotta start somewhere. Oh, she is replying again. The sun's finally flattening out, but the trains ahead, it's looking rougher. The air is heavier, hot, dry, nothing like that cool mountain breeze I had earlier. I'm going to find a spot to take a quick break. I'll check in with you once I'm ready to move again, okay? Ugh, I just stumbled into a totally unique spot. It's super hot and full of canyons. Honestly, it's kinda giving Arizona vibes. The path into this valley is full of different sized stones and rocks, making it pretty hard to walk. Well, just take it slow and careful. Don't take any risks you're not supposed to take. You don't have any ambulances there, so be careful. Thanks. I really appreciate that it's hard not to rush when you're this hot and thirsty, but I know better. This place is just intense. It's just so intense. The gun feels like it's practically cooking me to my boots. Uh, Try to stick in the shadows and the shade, and yeah, when possible, when you're feeling too warm, try to cool down somehow. Wish I could, Your Majesty, but there's basically any shade at all. The whole valley's just exposed rock. It's like walking in an oven. I'm trying to pace myself and stay hydrated, but it's definitely a challenge out there. Well, good luck. There's not much other advice I can give you. Just, yeah, try to take care of yourself. Thanks means a lot. Just talking to you helps distract me from how brutal this heat is. I'm going to keep moving, but I'll definitely be careful. This valley got me a little bit on edge. It's gonna be fine. Like earlier, you were discussing about what kind of dragon you would be. Dragons don't care about hot environments, so you're gonna be fine. Ha, that's a nice thought, but I'm pretty sure even the toughest dragon would melt out here. Still, I'll try channeling my inner fire-resistant beast, just hoping I can make it through this valley without losing my cool. Just hum the tone of Vanilla Ice's Ice Ice Baby, and you'll cool down in no time. Ice Ice Baby. I didn't know Vanilla Ice was the secret to surviving volcanic valleys. Alright, I'll try that, but for now I've gotta keep pushing forward. I'm heading deeper into the valley. Wish me luck. She is still going to die again. 5 minutes and 23 seconds later. Okay, I'm at the entrance to a slot canyon, but it's absolutely pitch black inside. Not loving the vibes. So instead, I tried to take a small pot I found next to the canyon, but get this, I found some words etched into the rock nearby. If only I knew what they meant, let me send you a photo. It's really difficult to see. Mortis as fini? Does it say that? Doesn't that mean something like dead dead end or something? Um I think it means something like dead end. My Latin is horrible. Try taking the slot canyon instead. I think that might be safer. Dead. Yeah, that does sound kind of ominous. The canyon's giving me the creeps, but I'll trust your judgment. Here goes. 2 minutes and 6 seconds later. This chasm is so dark I can't even see where I'm going. I can only run my hands along the wall. I feel like Alice going down the rabbit hole. Just keep hoping I don't suddenly run my hands into something freaky. Well, kind of depends on the form of freaky. If it's the fun kind of freaky, that would be kind of fun, but the other kind of freaky wouldn't be fun. But yeah, just take it slow, be careful, and don't do anything silly. Yeah, I'm really hoping it's the fun kind, but honestly, I'm not getting that vibe. This place feels way too quiet, like it's holding its breath. I'm moving slow, just one step at a time. The wall's pretty rough, so at least I've got something to hang on to. Just really wish I could see more than a couple of feet ahead. Well, I'm sure it's gonna be fine. Just think of it this way. Soon you'll be on the other side and you get to go back to the incredible heat. At least it's a lot colder in that slot canyon, so yeah, the cold's definitely a plus, but the dark's starting to really get to me. It's like my brain's filling in all these terrible possibilities for what could be lurking in here. I just really hope the canyon doesn't twist around forever. The thought of being stuck in here, it's not great. Well, look at it this way. The last time it was kind of impossible for you to see anything and you thought you were gonna die, it ended up being plants. So, what's the worst thing that can happen? Being plants. Ugh. I guess you're right, though I'm really hoping this doesn't become another one of those learn the hard way moments. I'm going to keep on moving forward. I'll call you if something changes, good or bad. Just wish me luck. I'm waiting for Stella's reply. Okay, this is taking a while. Oh, she's calling again.
Something's not right. This place isn't normal.
You'll be okay, Stella. Just stay put. Mom and Dad will find you soon.
Keep talking to me. I need a distraction from what I'm hearing.
Get to the pod, Stella. There's no time.
There are voices, whisperings
trying to
coming
get it.
from everywhere and nowhere all at once. The
There we go.
black hole changed everything. And I can hear my voice in here. Some from the past, but others saying something about a black hole.
Just slowly sneak towards.
I can even hear your voice telling me to make these endless decisions. What is going on? Am
That's
I
kind
going
of cool that
crazy?
you used my voice.
Please, stay with me.
This is gonna kind of keep it up. Okay, this is a little bit creepy. I could hear myself. What's going on? What do you see? What do you hear? Any weird lights? Any weird signs?
No lights, no signs, just this oppressive dark. And these whispers,
They're everywhere. I can barely see the walls of the chasm. The only light is from my drone's screen, and even that feels too weak against this crushing blackness. The whispers, they're getting louder. I can hear snippets of things we've talked about. Things I've thought. It's like the chasm itself is echoing my deepest fears back at me.
Well, if it's echoing your deepest fears, you gotta stay in control of yourself. Stop worrying so much. Stop giving in to those fears, because it will only go stronger that way. Stop giving in and start thinking positive things. Start thinking about the happy memories, the good things.
Okay. I'm trying. Just please don't stop talking to me.
Oh, and the video chat is gone again. Waiting for Stella's reply. Oh, she is calling again.
What in the actual hell? You finally decided to pick up, seriously? I have called you multiple times, and you didn't even bother to answer? You have no idea what I went through in there. I'm already scared out of my mind on this godforsaken planet, and now I'm stuck with these horrible conditions? I mean, have you ever been driven mad by random voices? No, I didn't think so. Maybe next time I will just text you. Hey, I am getting mentally tortured by ghosts from the past, present, and future. Hit me up if you want to join. You know what?
Trying to get the image
Forget
fixed again.
I don't even want to hear whatever excuse you've got. I'm done for now.
Oh, well, before I could fix it, she hung up, so. Yeah, that's the only thing that I have an issue with. It's kind of difficult to get this working properly. Hello, why'd you hang up? Like, missed video call. Seriously, while I'm in this spooky cavern, come on, pick up, missed video, chat.
Hey. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have lashed out like that earlier. I just saw that some of my messages had been sent out of order. Seems there was some sort of glitch or interference with our communication. Not that it's any excuse, but I thought you ignored me when I needed you most, and I was just so scared.
Come on, show again.
I really am sorry. You've already done so much for me. But those voices, they weren't just in my head, were they? You heard them too, right? That younger voice was me from the past. So, that older voice must be me from the future. If that's true, then this is so much worse than I imagined. The supernova was already a lot to deal with. I couldn't even begin to think about it turning into a... No. This is ridiculous. I had to have been hearing things. It's just my exhaustion getting to me.
I am sure it wasn't a black hole. Maybe if it was your future self, it's a possible future, not the definite future, or it could be like 100 years into the future. You don't know. But best, before you go entirely insane, is to keep on moving.
You're right, Your Majesty.
Thanks for keeping me grounded.
Still being called Your Majesty.
It's a lot to take in, but I know I can't just sit here spinning out worst-case scenarios. All right, I'm heading toward Mount Hermes. I'll check in once I'm further along. Talk soon.
And she's off again. The air feels different this morning, quieter, like the worst is behind me. I keep thinking if all of this hadn't gone wrong, you and I would never have met. And honestly, after everything, just walking and talking to you might be the best part of my day. Okay, well, let's move forward. I said that already. Moving on, survival mode. You can do it. Just keep on moving forward. You're almost at the base. It's gonna be fine. Thanks, Your Majesty. That actually means a lot right now. Having someone in my corner, even from all the way back on Earth, it helps more than you know. Though if you keep calling me, though if you start calling me Space Princess, I might have to pretend I lost signal for a bit. Whatever you say, Space Princess. Haha, fair, but only if you promise to address me as your Space Highness from now on. So since we're both on the same page about the royal titles, what's something you've been looking forward to lately? Anything exciting on your end? Well, I'm mostly looking forward to bed soon. It's getting late, and I'm thinking of ending my stream and going to bed. I hope you don't mind. Get some rest, you've earned it. I'll find a good spot to take a break and keep you updated on my progress later, okay? Oh, she is calling again. Definitely gonna have to find a better way to do this whole screen capture thing.
Oh, hey! Wow. We could only imagine from our research that Gaia's planes were massive. But standing here now, I can't even see where it ends.
Come on.
What? What if I got stuck here on Gaia? Would you stay with me? Forever? Just me and you?
It's so difficult to switch to the screen itself. There we go. I mean, it does look pleasant. Well, it would become a daily routine to talk to you like this, but yeah, it would be kind of difficult with work and such. I can't talk to you while I'm working, of course, or during streams of other games. But I'm sure you're gonna get out of that planet, off of that planet. It's gonna be fine.
Fair enough. I get it. I wouldn't expect you to drop everything for me, especially with work and your streams. You know, speaking of connections, what kind of traits do you really value in your friendships? Like, what makes someone a good friend to you?
Do you want to end the return to the chat log? Yeah, think I'm gonna end the stream here. It's getting kind of late, and I don't think I'm gonna get to the end of this anytime soon. I'll see about how it works with saving and see if I can continue it later. But yeah, I'm gonna call it a night for now. Thank you all for checking in, and I hope you all have a lovely day. Goodbye.